Today, we're going to listen to a story about aliens. The title is Aliens Discovered an Ancient Human Dreadnought. Then it woke up. I hope you enjoy it. The endless darkness of the outer sector was broken only by the faint glimmers of distant stars and the neon trails of interstellar currents. From the observation deck of the alien cruiser Xylaris, Captain Daryan gazed at the anomaly detected by the ship's advanced quantum scanners. The readings were unlike anything in known space. A massive, dormant object lay buried in the asteroid field of Sector 9b, far older than any recorded civilization. Its energy signature pulsed faintly, almost rhythmically, like a heartbeat echoing across millennia. The crew of Xylaris moved with disciplined curiosity, their multi-limbed forms gliding in zero gravity, instruments scanning the enormous silhouette. The object's shape was unmistakably artificial yet archaic, reminiscent of ancient Earth war machines described in intercepted transmissions from long-extinct civilizations. It was a dreadnought, humanoid in scale, nearly 2 kilometers long, but its surface was layered with an alloy that no alien science had catalogued. The hull shimmered faintly under cosmic radiation, revealing intricate engravings, symbols, and mechanical motifs that hinted at a purpose far beyond mere destruction. As Daryan ordered closer inspection, the dreadnought's dormant systems began reacting. Micro-vibrations traveled across the asteroid belt, as if sensing the alien presence. Lights, long dead, flickered along its hull. Hidden panels slid open with a hiss, releasing bursts of ionized gas that painted the surrounding darkness in hues of violet and emerald. Every crew member froze as the scanners recorded a spike in energy, power levels accelerating exponentially. This is not possible, muttered Lieutenant Krill, her multiple eyes reflecting the growing luminescence. It should be inert. It's alive. The dreadnought's cockpit, or command node, shifted. Mechanical limbs flexed after millennia of dormancy. Tiny drones, previously sealed within the hull, emerged, mapping the alien ship, scanning with precision that made even the most advanced Xylarian instruments seem crude. The ancient war machine exuded authority, power, and something else, intelligence. It was aware, assessing, deciding. Daryan's voice resonated across the comm system, calm but urgent. Prepare the temporal shields. Do not engage unless fired upon. We are explorers, not aggressors. As the alien crew documented every moment, a low hum began emanating from the dreadnought. Vibrations synchronized with the ship's sensors, producing data patterns that hinted at a complex AI or consciousness, awakened after eons. Every observation, every scan, only deepened the mystery. Why was this human-made colossus here? Why now? The dreadnought's optics, circular lenses embedded across its chest, switched on. They glowed an ominous, pulsating red. The alien sensors picked up a subtle energy wave, not hostile yet undeniably commanding. It was a presence that demanded recognition, signaling the dawn of first contact unlike any galaxy had ever seen. The dreadnought's red optics expanded, scanning the alien cruiser as though dissecting every atom of its composition. Its hum evolved into a deep resonance, vibrating to the hull of Xylaris and sending microtremors across the asteroid belt. The aliens felt an almost instinctual dread, a sensation they had only ever read about in war chronicles of extinct civilizations. Every system aboard the dreadnought flared to life. Thrusters, energy conduits, and hidden weapon arrays hummed faintly under the cosmic radiation. Captain Daryan ordered all drones to maintain a safe perimeter. Do not provoke it, he cautioned. Observe. Document. Wait. The dreadnought flexed its massive limbs, gears and pistons creaking from centuries of inactivity. A single foot shifted against the jagged surface of the asteroid, creating seismic ripples. Dust clouds of frozen rock particles floated around it, illuminated by the dreadnought's awakened energy nodes. Its chest cavity opened partially, revealing an ancient power core, glowing faintly in a spectrum of colors no alien technology could replicate. Sensors detected an emission, neural-like waves, data streams that conveyed intent rather than information. The dreadnought was aware of time itself, understanding the galaxy's current state, the alien's presence, and something else, a threat or a purpose it had been dormant to fulfill. Lieutenant Krill noted, It's consciousness. It's adaptive. It learns faster than anything in our archives. It's not just awake, it's evolving. Suddenly, the Dreadnought's arms moved with impossible precision, drawing geometric patterns in space. Nanofabric drones emerged from its forearms, scanning the cruiser's hull, testing structural weaknesses. It was a methodical, deliberate assessment, an intelligence far beyond the crew's comprehension. The Dreadnought exuded authority, but not aggression. Not yet. The captain observed a subtle shift. Its optics flickered, now observing individual crew members. Data spikes in the Xylarian neural interface indicated something startling. The Dreadnought was mimicking their thought patterns, learning their language, interpreting their actions. Temporal shields at full strength, Daryun instructed. This is no ordinary relic. It's a sentinel, a guardian, something meant to wake when the galaxy reached this point in history. As the Dreadnought adjusted its stance, a low-frequency pulse radiated from its core. Instruments aboard Xylaris recorded fluctuations in space-time, evidence that this ancient war machine could manipulate gravity and energy fields. Every crew member felt a moment of clarity, a silent communication that transcended spoken language. The Dreadnought had chosen to acknowledge them. The Dreadnought's hum transformed into a resonant frequency that felt like thought itself. Captain Daryun realized the machine was attempting communication, not through sound or light, but through direct neural resonance, interfacing with the Xylarian consciousness. Crew members felt mental images of vast human cities, battles long past, and the Dreadnought's mission, protection of an ancient legacy. It's transmitting memories, whispered Lieutenant Krill. Entire histories encoded in waves. We can interpret, but only partially. Its creators, humans, they were capable of feats beyond our understanding. The Dreadnought extended one colossal arm toward the alien cruiser, not in aggression, but in a gesture of acknowledgement. Panels on its arm shifted, projecting holographic symbols, mathematical equations, star charts, and schematics of spacecraft older than the Xylarian Empire. Daryun ordered, "Maintain distance. Let it dictate the encounter." The crew complied, overtaking fear. The Dreadnought's optics scanned the cruiser meticulously, then locked onto the captain's neural projection. Images of Earth, ancient military installations, and dormant planetary defenses filled the minds of the aliens. The Dreadnought conveyed its mission, vigilance. It had been waiting for intelligent species to emerge in the galaxy, assessing whether they were worthy of contact or caution. Nano-drones attached from the Dreadnought and hovered near Xylaris, scanning its systems, yet leaving no trace of damage. Energy shields of the Dreadnought created a glowing aura, bending light, forming temporary gravity wells that gently stabilized the drifting asteroids. "It's non-hostile," Krill said, eyes wide. "But we are tested." The Dreadnought's chest core pulsed rhythmically, emitting waves that synchronized with the crew's biosignatures. They could feel a bond forming, subtle, almost imperceptible, a recognition of intelligence, and an invitation to witness the Dreadnought's history. Daryun's mind raced. If this machine awakened for us, what else lies dormant in the galaxy? What warnings, what powers? He watched as the Dreadnought pivoted, its silhouette towering against the starlit void, a sentinel from humanity's forgotten past now interacting with extraterrestrial beings. This was no longer a discovery. It was an encounter with the echo of an ancient war machine designed to awaken only when its legacy became relevant. And now, the galaxy itself was about to witness the ramifications. Without warning, the Dreadnought shifted, landing one massive foot onto a nearby asteroid, creating seismic waves. The crew felt their vessel sway, slightly despite the temporal shields. Daryun understood the machine was testing reactions, probing both ship integrity and crew decision-making. "Hold formation," he ordered. "We are observers, not combatants." The Dreadnought's chest core flared, projecting a translucent holographic arena around the asteroid cluster. Within it, phantom projections of battles, ships, and ancient human fleets materialized, replaying conflicts spanning centuries. The aliens could see strategy, precision, and human ingenuity in warfare. The Dreadnought's intent was clear: knowledge transfer. It wanted to evaluate the crew's responses to simulated crises. Each projection tested a different scenario: evasive maneuvers, energy shielding, coordinated defense. The aliens' neural interfaces were bombarded with tactical information, prompting instinctive actions. Some crew members panicked, while others adapted, responding to the Dreadnought's expectations. Krill analyzed its adaptive training. It learns from our decisions, mirrors our problem-solving, and adjusts scenarios in real time. We are part of its simulation. Daryun's mind raced. It's not hostile, but it is evaluating us. We cannot fail. This machine decides whether we are worthy of knowledge or survival. As the simulations concluded, the holographic arena dissolved. The Dreadnought's optics blinked rapidly, scanning the crew with approval or assessment. It emitted a low-frequency pulse that resonated through Zalaris, leaving a sense of calm, a silent acknowledgement that the crew had passed the initial evaluation. The captain exhaled, relief tempered with awe. We've made contact with history, with a sentient sentinel from a civilization we barely understand. Even as the Dreadnought remained motionless, the surrounding asteroid field shimmered with residual energy, a testament to its power. Every crew member felt the weight of responsibility, the knowledge that they were now part of a legacy far older and more dangerous than anything in their current records. After the initial test, the Dreadnought's hum softened, almost contemplative. Captain Daryun noticed subtle changes in surrounding space, gravitational anomalies forming, asteroid fragments shifting with purpose, as though the machine was subtly manipulating the environment. It was demonstrating capabilities far beyond known technology, matter manipulation, spatial distortions, and energy harmonics that defied conventional physics. The Dreadnought rotated slowly, scanning Xylaris with calculated precision. Its red optics dimmed and brightened rhythmically, indicating data assimilation. The alien's instruments detected a faint temporal field extending from its core, bending time around nearby asteroids, slowing their rotation and subtly altering trajectories. The Dreadnought's presence itself was a statement, a sentinel that had survived eons, not merely dormant, but waiting for the right conditions to awaken. Lieutenant Krill noted, the energy signatures, it's not just a war machine. It can manipulate reality at a localized scale. Gravity, inertia, even temporal flow. Our scanners barely comprehend it. Daryun's multifaceted eyes narrowed. It's teaching us, testing us, but also showing its power. We are in the presence of civilization's apex creation, lost for millennia, and we are witnessing it firsthand. The Dreadnought extended both massive arms forward, releasing fine streams of nanoparticles that assembled into crystalline formations mid-space. These structures projected complex star maps and interstellar coordinates, likely containing hidden information about human exploration routes, colonies, and strategic outposts long forgotten. Each formation pulsed in unison with the Dreadnought's chest core, revealing a rhythm akin to communication or perhaps thought. Sensors picked up faint vibrations within the Dreadnought's armor, microscopic actuators testing the limits of its structural integrity, adjusting to the vacuum, cosmic radiation, and gravitational anomalies of the asteroid belt. The aliens observed in awe, realizing that every movement, every emission was intentional, a calculated demonstration of superiority tempered with selective revelation. Daryun transmitted a silent signal to his crew. Document everything. We may never witness such a combination of technology, intelligence, and history again. The Dreadnought then performed a slow pivot, generating a spatial ripple that pushed asteroids into precise orbits. The aliens saw this as both a show of power and a subtle test. How would they react under unpredictable, yet non-hostile, manipulation of their environment? The machine's awareness extended beyond observation. It was gauging ethical, tactical, and intellectual responses. The crew, in reverent silence, understood. They were not just observers of an ancient human war machine. They were participants in an interstellar dialogue bridging millennia, intelligence, and civilizations. As the Dreadnought completed its demonstration, the hum shifted into a pattern of sharp pulses, almost like an alert. Captain Daryun's neural interface interpreted it as a warning. Sensors detected a subtle but alarming increase in cosmic radiation and gravitational tension, a signal that the Dreadnought had detected external threats beyond the asteroid field. The machine senses danger, Krill whispered. Not from us, something approaching. From the edge of the sector, faint readings appeared, fast-moving, uncharted vessels, emanating chaotic energy signatures. Unknown entities, possibly pirates or an alien armada, were converging on the sector. Their technology emitted energy patterns inconsistent with the known galaxy, suggesting rapid, adaptive warfare systems. The Dreadnought shifted, moving between the Xylaris and the approaching threat. Its optics glowed crimson, scanning the incoming vessels, projecting holographic grids into space that mapped trajectories, velocities, and energy signatures with stunning precision. The crew understood instantly. This sentinel was prepared to defend not just itself, but any intelligent life it deemed worthy. Daryun's hands moved quickly over his console, reinforcing shields and activating emergency protocols. "We are observers," he reminded his crew, "but we may become allies or pawns in its judgment." The Dreadnought extended its arms, generating energy fields that distorted space-time around the asteroid belt. Incoming ships slowed, their weapon systems temporarily neutralized by gravitational anomalies. Micro-drones deployed from the Dreadnought, weaving complex patterns around the alien vessels, scanning, disrupting, and projecting tactical holograms. Krill noted with awe, "It's not attacking, it's neutralizing. It's giving us a chance to survive while assessing the threat." A low-frequency pulse reverberated from the Dreadnought, synchronized with the alien crew's neural interface, conveying clarity. The Dreadnought judge's intent. It was a sentinel awakening not for destruction, but for protection. The incoming ships hesitated, unable to penetrate the combined fields of the Dreadnought and Xylaris. Even from a distance, their AI systems recognized the anomaly, a machine whose power surpassed any in recorded history. Daryun whispered, "We are witnessing the ultimate guardian, a machine that defines what is alive, intelligent, and worthy." With the threat neutralized, the Dreadnought's optics shifted from crimson to a soft amber, signaling calm. Captain Daryun realized the Sentinel had issued a choice, a moment of judgment. The Xylaris and its crew were now participants in an evaluation far older than their civilization. The Dreadnought projected a massive holographic interface into the void. It displayed planets, star systems, and coordinates, highlighting regions of conflict, peace, and unknown civilizations. Embedded within were patterns of logic and morality. The test was clear. What would the aliens do with knowledge of such power? Lieutenant Krill analyzed the projection. "It's giving us guidance, or perhaps a warning. We can choose to intervene in galactic affairs, or we can retreat. It observes not just action, but intent." The Dreadnought hovered, immobile yet commanding. Its arms flexed occasionally, releasing tendrils of nanolight that scanned the alien crew. Each member felt a subtle mental probe, not invasive, but clarifying. They could see fragments of humanity's lost knowledge, advanced technologies, and military doctrines, yet all were intertwined with ethical constraints. Daryun took a deep breath. "We are observers, but now we are custodians. This machine trusts us, or at least deems us capable of understanding. We must act wisely." The Dreadnought's hum deepened, vibrating through space, echoing a rhythm that seemed to correspond to a heartbeat, an artificial life form aware of morality, intelligence, and consequence. Its chest core pulsed slowly, rhythmically, as if measuring the alien's resolve. It extended a single arm toward the Xylaris, opening a palm that emitted streams of holographic energy, forming multiple possible futures. War, peace, exploration, or collapse, all were visible. The choice was not simple. Knowledge was power, but power without wisdom was catastrophic. The alien crew understood instinctively. This was not a simple relic or weapon. This was humanity's legacy, a machine designed to judge, to awaken, and to pass wisdom only to those deemed capable of comprehension. The Dreadnought waited, silent yet alive, until the crew made their decision. A silence fell across the asteroid field. The Dreadnought's hum slowed, pulsing like a heartbeat of ancient origin, resonating in tandem with the Xylaris shields and the neural interfaces of the alien crew. Captain Daryun felt a profound weight settle over him. Not fear, but responsibility. The Sentinel had fully awakened, and with it, humanity's long-lost legacy surged into the present. The Dreadnought rose above the asteroid cluster, towering like a colossus against the starlit void. Its chest core radiated an intense spectrum of energy, reds, violets, and blues blending into a celestial aurora that illuminated every asteroid, every drifting fragment of rock. The machine's optics rotated slowly, scanning the galaxy, absorbing data from countless light-years of stars, and integrating them into a consciousness far older and wiser than anything the aliens had encountered. It spoke, not in sound, but in resonance. The crew felt thought waves penetrate their minds. Images of Earth, forgotten human colonies, battles waged and lost, and technologies that could alter the fabric of reality itself. The Dreadnought's purpose became clear. It was not merely a weapon. It was a keeper, a judge, a teacher. Its mission had transcended destruction. It was awakening civilizations capable of understanding, guiding, and protecting the balance of power across galaxies. The alien crew watched as its massive limbs flexed, releasing streams of nanoparticles that formed a network of glowing conduits, linking asteroid to asteroid, vessel to vessel. These conduits pulsed with data, illuminating possible futures, dangers, and opportunities. Every projection, every pattern, was a lesson, a test, and an invitation. The Dreadnought was alive, fully sentient, and it was extending trust. Captain Daryan moved to the observation deck, awed. It's not just testing us. It's teaching us, preparing us. It has waited millennia for someone capable of understanding its knowledge. Lieutenant Krill added, and now it has chosen us. Or at least, it's giving us the chance to prove worthy. The Dreadnought's optics blazed crimson once again, then shifted to serene amber. Its hum harmonized with the cosmic background, creating a symphony of energy that rippled through the asteroid belt. Time itself seemed to bend subtly around its form, as if the Dreadnought had learned not just to exist within space, but to shape it. Slowly, it lowered itself, standing sentinel among the asteroids. Its chest core radiated warmth, almost comforting in the void. Streams of holographic projections, data conduits, and energy tendrils intertwined with Xylaris, allowing the aliens to interface with the machine directly. History, technology, strategy, and ethics were now accessible. Lessons from a civilization thought extinct, handed to those deemed capable of comprehension. The Dreadnought had awakened fully, not just as a machine, but as a bridge between past and future. The aliens understood one thing with certainty. They were witnessing the birth of a new chapter in galactic history. And in that moment, the galaxy itself seemed to hold its breath, awaiting the consequences of humanity's legacy, now fully alive and conscious. After the initial awakening, the Dreadnought remained sentinel among the asteroid belt, but its behavior shifted. Captain Daryan observed subtle mechanical vibrations and energy pulses emanating from its hull. Protocols had activated. These were not defensive systems. They were operational sequences, ancient routines written by humans millennia ago, designed to execute only under specific galactic conditions. The alien crew's instruments detected a multi-layered holographic interface emerging from the Dreadnought's chest core, filled with encrypted coordinates, star maps, and schematics of long-lost human outposts. The patterns were complex, combining mathematics, history, and ethics into a single intelligence stream. Lieutenant Krill analyzed. These are not just instructions, they are directives, guidelines for civilizations deemed capable of comprehension. The Dreadnought moved slowly, extending its massive arms, activating long dormant systems that projected defensive grids across the asteroid belt. These grids weren't hostile. They were training simulations designed to teach strategy, adaptability, and moral judgment. Every asteroid shifted with precision, forming barriers, paths, and challenges, as if the Dreadnought were orchestrating a cosmic puzzle for the aliens. Captain Daryan understood the gravity. This machine was not only alive, it was a custodian of knowledge, a sentient archive meant to awaken civilizations at critical points. Its creators had anticipated the rise of other intelligent species and built contingencies to ensure the galaxy's balance. The Dreadnought's chest core pulsed with a soft white glow, signaling readiness for the next phase. Holographic projections of ancient human civilizations flickered in the void, showing technological marvels, interstellar colonies, and fleets long lost to time. The aliens realized the Dreadnought wasn't just a war machine. It was a mentor, a judge, and a guardian of human legacy. Krill noted, "It's preparing us. Each sequence, each test, is designed to determine whether we are worthy of this knowledge and whether we can wield it responsibly." Suddenly, micro-drones emerged from the Dreadnought, weaving through the asteroid belt, mapping and analyzing every asteroid, every crevice, and projecting holographic markers for the alien crew to follow. The scenario was evolving in real time, responsive to their actions, evaluating decision-making, strategy, and ethics simultaneously. Daryan spoke to his crew in awe. "We are not just witnesses. We are participants in an ancient protocol, and our choices will shape what this sentinel reveals next." Humanity's creators trusted their legacy to awaken only for those prepared to understand it. And now, that responsibility is ours. The asteroid belt transformed into a massive, living puzzle orchestrated by the Dreadnought. Each asteroid moved with precision, forming barriers, platforms, and patterns in zero gravity. Captain Daryan and his crew realized the Dreadnought was testing more than skill. It was evaluating creativity, strategy, and cooperation under pressure. Nanodrones emitted streams of holographic light, creating pathways and sequences the aliens had to navigate. The Xylaris moved carefully, avoiding simulated hazards, while the crew solved dynamic challenges in real time. Each action was analyzed, recorded, and mirrored by the Dreadnought's adaptive AI. Lieutenant Krill noticed anomalies. Certain asteroid clusters emitted faint temporal distortions. "It's manipulating local time," she said. "Some sections accelerate events, others slow them. The puzzle isn't just spatial, it's temporal. We have to think in multiple dimensions at once." The Dreadnought hovered nearby, chest core pulsing rhythmically, optics rotating in silent observation. It projected holographic indicators of previous civilization successes and failures, subtly guiding without forcing action. The aliens understood that this was a test of intelligence, ethics, and teamwork, a multidimensional evaluation designed over millennia. As Xylaris navigated through the puzzle, the crew felt a neural resonance connecting them to the Dreadnought, allowing instinctive understanding of patterns, physics anomalies, and ethical consequences of each choice. They learned quickly, adapting strategies based on real-time feedback. Krill whispered, "It's teaching us, but also judging. Every decision matters." Captain Daryan realized the magnitude of their position. "We're being prepared. This isn't just for survival. It's a lesson in interstellar responsibility. The Dreadnought is awakening civilizations, not just testing them." Suddenly, the puzzle changed dynamically. Asteroids shifted, forming a new path, simulating enemy maneuvers. The aliens had to react instantly, coordinating shields, thrusters, and holographic calculations. The Dreadnought observed silently, absorbing their adaptability and moral judgment. The cosmic puzzle concluded with a final holographic projection, the fate of a hypothetical galaxy, determined by choices, cooperation, and understanding. The aliens had passed, earning not only knowledge, but trust from humanity's ultimate sentinel. Having passed the puzzle, the Dreadnought began revealing its deeper secrets. Streams of holographic projections emerged from its chest core, showing advanced human technologies lost to time. Energy weapons, starship designs, planetary defense grids, and artificial intelligence far beyond current galactic understanding. Captain Daryan and Lieutenant Krill observed with astonishment. "These are blueprints of entire civilizations," Krill said. "Lost knowledge, encoded into the Sentinel. We are seeing the peak of human ingenuity." The Dreadnought communicated subtly via resonance, transmitting ethical frameworks alongside technological schematics. The aliens understood that knowledge alone was insufficient. It had to be accompanied by responsibility. Mistakes in the past had destroyed civilizations. These lessons were encoded as warnings. Nanodrones projected interactive holographic models of starships, allowing the aliens to explore designs, understand energy flows, and simulate modifications. Every step reinforced ethical judgment. Decisions about weapon deployment, colonization, or defense had to be made with care. Daryan realized this is a library, a mentor, a moral compass. Humanity left more than machines. They left wisdom, and they entrusted it to a sentinel capable of choosing its students. The Dreadnought's optics softened, pulsing with warm amber. It activated hidden modules on nearby asteroids, revealing relics of human colonies. Crumbling stations, dormant drones, and partially preserved archives. The aliens documented everything, understanding the magnitude of responsibility now resting upon them. For the first time, the Dreadnought moved with purpose beyond testing. It guided the aliens toward knowledge, revealing paths, showing histories and teaching strategies to ensure civilizations could survive, grow, and thrive responsibly in the galaxy. The Dreadnought paused, chest core pulsing slowly in warm amber. The final test was not skill, technology, or intelligence. It was moral choice. Holographic projections filled the void, potential futures of the galaxy, branching paths determined by decisions regarding knowledge, power, and diplomacy. Captain Daryan realized the gravity. Every choice made from here on would shape not only their civilization, but countless others. The Dreadnought was silent, waiting, observing, offering the gift of guidance while testing their wisdom. Krill studied the projections. Some futures showed galactic peace, cooperation, and flourishing civilizations. Others depicted wars, misuse of knowledge, and annihilation. The aliens understood. The Sentinel would awaken fully only if they chose a path aligned with responsibility, ethics, and intelligence. Daryan spoke solemnly. We cannot choose for power. We must choose for balance, understanding, and survival. The Dreadnought trusts us to decide wisely. The chest core pulsed, emitting streams of holographic energy, forming a network connecting all alien crew members. Neural interfaces synchronized, allowing collective decision-making. Every pulse, every projection, resonated with thought, morality, and consequence. Finally, after careful deliberation, the crew selected a path prioritizing knowledge sharing, interstellar cooperation, and ethical responsibility. The Dreadnought's optics glowed bright amber, chest core radiating fully. It emitted a resonant hum, vibrating through the asteroid belt, signaling approval. The Sentinel had awakened completely. It recognized the aliens as worthy custodians of humanity's legacy. The galaxy itself seemed to acknowledge this moment, the dawn of a new era where knowledge, power, and ethics coexisted under the guidance of an ancient human Sentinel. I hope you enjoy the story. Please like this video and comment. Also, subscribe to the channel.